Hi, this is Kerry Artak with Wicked Stocks, bringing you your daily NVIDIA report for Thursday, March 6th, 2025. Let's take a look at the charts. I'll start with the weekly chart. This really does kind of show in a broad brushstroke sense what we've been anticipating, what we've been trading and recommending for the last, month or so. We recommended selling the market at this channel top at 138.10. It was in the low 140s a few weeks ago and dropping, anticipating bearish rotation down to more significant support at 107.23. This is the weekly chart. The numbers are a little different on the daily chart, and that's really what it looks like, 136.73 to 107.09. Those are the big picture parameters. I don't know if we'll see 107.09 yet this week, but if we do, or the weekly chart version at 107.23, it may well absorb selling not only through the rest of March, but really through the second quarter. And from there, we can round up to some variation of this 178.85 long-term channel top. That would be indicated as a 2 to 3 month objective if we were over the next few weeks to also then close above the 138.10 levels. So first things first, if you're buying the 107 handle support, you can go long on a 2 to 3 week basis up into the upper 130s where profits can be taken. You can even reverse and go short again. But if we close above 138.10, that is our next buy signal on strength on a longer term basis. So closing above 138.10, you've got 178.85 as a 2 to 3 to 5 month objective. The daily chart also shows if we were to close above that 138.10 channel top, which is 136.73 on the daily chart, the low to mid 160s. That's kind of a 3 to 5 week objective. So it is a bit stair step, but any way you slice it and dice it, you've got the mid to upper 130s as prime resistance on a near to midterm basis, able to contain buying, through March into April, and from there we could fall back to 172.23. And everything I just said, the inverse is also true. You can buy 107.23 in anticipation of 138.10 within 2 to 3 weeks. Let's take a look at kind of the day itself, and I will jump to this chart. We've got a lot of minor points in the immediate vicinity, and I do like to throw one in there, an intraday, as like a pivot point that, if violated, should send the market south. I just don't see one that clearly stands out. You could say 110.11, but we've got a little something at 108.15. So all of these are tradable, but it is 119.81. This 1.5 week, 2 week steeply descending channel top, I might add, that if tested today, and it may be, we're only a couple of points from it, can contain today's highs. And, this is a solid day tradable level. And if we back away from here and you're still short later in the day, you might hold some overnight, because you could also consider this a 3 to 5 day swing trade. From 119.81, the market can quite easily, over the next 3 to 5 days, fall back to the 107.09 formation. You got 119.81, which is right about here on the chart. And you can see that if we test that descending channel top, we could, within 3 to 5 days, fall back to 107.09. But if we were to close above 119.81, then I expect probably by the end of next week, the 136.73 descending channel top. And so while we haven't closed, we haven't rather tested our objective at 107.09, we've come relatively close to doing so. And if now we close above 119.81 today, that is a green light for 3 to 5 day swing traders to play the long side. By the end of next week or sooner, 136.73 is likely, where 3 to 5 day swing traders can exit long positions and play the short side. 3 to 5 week swing traders can also play the short side, as I've said, back into really this 107.09 region following a testing of 136.73. But until then, holding below 119.81 will in fact keep that 105.11 to 107.09 region in reach over the next 3 to 5 days. I don't see this today, but it could be by the end of today, tomorrow, Friday, that we test 105.11 to 107.09. This is a big area of support. Once again, able to contain selling not only through March, but even through the second quarter. And once tested, we can round up, to new highs. We can round back up quite easily to 136.73 within 2 to 3 weeks. and within 2 to 3 months, the low to mid 160s. And yes, into later year, the upper 170s. But these upper points, the upper 170s, and also, the low to mid 160s, they don't become a clarified, certified, if you will, objective unless we were to close above 136.73. But if we're testing 107.09, you can play that. You can buy 107.09 because guess what? Channel resistance to the 107.09 channel support is in the low 160s. So we can rotate all the way up to channel resistance within 2 to 3 months of testing 107.09 channel support. Now, if we close tomorrow, the week itself, below 107.23, and you should probably add a 1% margin there. And while you're at it, you might even add the 105.11 area. That's probably more of a 2% violation of the 107.09 channel bottom. 107.09 daily chart, 107.23 weekly. Now let's just say that if we close tomorrow, Friday, below 107.23 by a full 1% margin, that would be what? 106.16 if I did the math correct. That would then indicate the mid to upper 70s and climbing as a this could be within 3 to 5 weeks. This could take a couple of months, but it would be the next objective if we close below 107.23 at the end of the week. But until then, that is your bottom picking territory. Anticipating now upward rotation in the coming months into what is now kind of the low 160s and climbing through time. I think that pretty much rounds it out. I do want to mention that on Tuesday of this week, we put out a stock pick on Taiwan Semiconductor. We've got another one coming out today, Thursday. You can see that all for free by going to wickedstocks.com and taking advantage of our 5-day free trial, where you'll also get daily Triple Q, daily SPY analysis, weekly Apple, weekly S&P 500, and weekly NASDAQ 100. But Taiwan Semiconductor at the precipice of a big move. We've got another stock pick coming out today. Check it out. You'll see it all for free. You get 5 days up front. You'll also see next Tuesday's stock pick if you do so. I'm going to leave it at that for Thursday's NVIDIA report. I'll be back tomorrow, of course, with Fridays. You have a great day.